Witcher, Raven's Crossroads, written by Andrzej Sapkowski. Chapter1 is a land between Dragon Mountains from north and Living Mountains from east, backwoods from west. Kings from top lineage ruled there. First capital was in ancient Banard, but in 1130, post-resurrection, King Dagred gave the castle town to mages. He moved his capital to more middle-landed Ard-Karai. Different important castle towns of Chapter1 are Banferg, Devon, Banfilim, and Ban-Gelean. From old times, the crest of top lineage and all land was an unicorn. Dor, licorne en frère de sable. Around royal Chapter1 lands are situated borderlands, called marks or marches, ruled by marquises, other name counts, who inherit or are appointed by king. Borderlands are supposed to be the front guard and move further to conquer more lands from elves, move borders, create new marks, which are West, Upper, Lacustrin, Lower Chapter1. Balduin Adovardo, Regni Cadvenie Nova Descripto. Chapter1. Despite true willingness, Geralt couldn't focus on Bailiff's speech. All his attention was dragged to big stuffed crow on his table. Crow, which was looking at Geralt with its glass eye, stood on a clay stand painted green. Both of its legs were blended in clay. Despite the real look, Crow couldn't be real, so why Geralt could swear that it has blinked? Magic? Rather no. His Witcher medallion would vibrate like crazy. Was it a hallucination? Delusion? Could be caused by few hits on his head? I will ask again, Bailiff Bulava asked again. Although I am not used to saying things twice. Bailiff Bulava has already told Geralt few times that he is not used to saying things twice. Despite that, he did that a lot. Maybe he liked it, but he was not used to it. I will repeat my question again. What was the real cause? What was your problem with the deserter? That you had to chop him like that? Old insults? Helping the villager or saving his daughter Lady Parts? I won't believe that. You rushed to help? A shitty ingenious knight. Crow blinked. Geralt moved his back-tied hands to make his blood flow. Twine was encroaching his wrists. He heard heavy breathing of a bully boy behind his neck. Bully boy was standing so close to him that Geralt was sure he was looking for any reason to put his fist in Geralt's ear again. Bailiff Bulava gasped and settled down in his armchair, showing his big pot and double. Looking at the double, Geralt could tell what Bailiff ate today, yesterday and the day before. At least one of those dishes was in tomato sauce. I thought, said Bailiff, that I will never have to see any of you, the Witchers. None has been seen for ages. It has been told that after year 194, not many of you survived there in mountains. Then it was said that all of the rest died from hunger or plague. And here we have one in my own village. First thing he does is murder. Caught in act. He alleges some fucking decrees. In the name of decree from year 1150, rasped Geralt, granted and continued. Issued by Dagred, king of Chapter1 and borderland marks. Primo. Witchers are allowed to freely conduct their line of work on the royal and marks lands, and denies local authorities any jurisdiction over them. Point 1. Primo. Interrupted harshly Bulava. Half a century lasted since Dagred turned into ash, and with him his unconventional decrees. Point 2. Primo. No king can deny me anything, because the king is in Ard-Karai, far away, and here rule local rulership, meaning me. And point 3. Primo. You are not convicted of your line of work, rather for murder. Werewolves hunting, Leshes capturing, this is your Witcher way. No king has let you to slay people. I acted in my defense. Daryl, Bully Boy put his fist in Geralt's neck. You're repeating. Bailiff looked at him. Is irritating. Do you know where irritation leads? Even such a calm person as me. Crow blinked its glass eye. Geralt stayed silent. You, said Bulava. You are not a witcher. You are a defect. You need repairs. You need to be brought back to your mountain stronghold. I don't know how it works. Maybe a defect like you should be dismantled to create new, better witchers. You do it, don't you? From what I've been told, you stitch together, or glue, or whatever, parts of people to create witchers. Not to talk in vain, I will ship you back into the mountains, further than Gwenlach, in a week. Geralt was silent. Won't you ask me why in a week? Bailiff bared his yellow teeth. You like decrees and laws. I am the same. The law says that visitors cannot wander around armed in this area. And you came here armed. Geralt wanted to correct that he was not wandering around. He was tied and dragged here, but he wasn't fast enough. Punishment, said Bulava, is 20 whips. It will be served by Daryl. He has a soft heart, but a heavy hand. You won't be up for a week. Take him outdoors, and tie him to a post. Wait a minute, said a man entering the room. He was wearing dusted mantle. Why do you like the post so much, Bulava? You want to hurt my witcher? No way! I need him healthy and in one piece on my building site. Quit fucking around, Bailiff put his arms together. My execution plans, Blowfall. It is enough you drag my people to Corvey all the time. Do not meddle with my jurisdiction. Not your thing, my jurisdiction. Crime must be punished. No crime was done, interrupted Blowfall. No felony, only self-defense and helping people. Stop with the faces, I do have a witness. Come in here, lad. Don't be scared. Tell them what happened. Geralt recognized the lad, the same who he saved from theft. He ran into the woods instead of thanking him, father of the stripped girl. I attest, squeaked lad, pointing his finger at Geralt. I attest with my word, this yonker saved me from rascals, saved my assets, rescued my daughter from disgrace, innocent from rascals' hands released. And this deserter, prompted Blowful, attacked him with an axe. Yonker only defended himself. Self-defense, confirmed that lad. It was, surely it was, Mr. Bailiff. Yonker is innocent. Lad was pale and unnaturally loud. Mr. Bailiff, release him, I beg you, and here for any trouble or cost that may have occurred. I will recompensate them gladly. Furiously bowing, Lad put a sack in Bailiff's hands, which was quickly soaked away in his trouser pocket so skillfully that no coins made any sound. Self-defense, Bailiff granted. Men cut into pieces. Innocent yonker. Let me put my hands. They went to yard. Bully boys pushed Geralt out without releasing his hands. And you, Blowful? Asked Bailiff. Why in so much rush? That you even brought a witness to me. Why do you need the Witcher that much? Don't you know? Laying the road, great road from Ardkarai, through the woodlands to Hengfors. Not just any road, not some fire lane, but a high road, dry, even padded with wood and fascine. So carriages could travel through. It is a big thing, great road. Trade will travel, connecting us with north. It is said that King enjoyed us to rush. Forests and swamps are filled with monsters. Every other day some workers are killed or snatched. When did you start to care about the workers? You always said that you can find another one. Fuck the workers, they all are from corvée. But sometimes a foreman is taken and this disorganizes the work. Planning is lost. What can I say? I need a witcher. I will fail the due date. No bonuses. They will send comptroller, and the comptroller always finds something, nodded the bailiff, Bulava. Materials sold without tax, inflated costs, and don't change the subject, grinned Blowful. Release the witcher now. I will take him with me at once. Bloody hell. What is going on? Watchtower Campaigneers. Bailiff covered his eyes with his hand. Mr. Carleton's people. Over a dozen of riders entered the yard shying chickens and raising dust, armed, clothed colorful and vividly, even pugger-like. Just two in front were more elegant. Commander, wearing salmon coat, gilded belt with a hat with tufted ostrich feathers, and long-haired elf with band on his forehead and green pointman uniform. Mr. Captain Rice Carleton, welcomed Bulava, moving few steps forward. Greetings, greetings. What do we owe the honor? Mr. Captain Rice Carleton leaned across and spitted fiercely, gave pointman a sign. Elf rode close to the post and threw a rope with a loop over it. Ho ho! Bulava stood with arms akimbo, looked back at bully boys standing behind him. We can see that Captain came to my village to hang someone. I can even see who. Those two bounded. Mr. Captain has caught deserters from his watchtower. These which attacked my villagers and wenches through the woods. These, Captain Rice Carleton curved his mustache. Two, I will not hang. They will run the gauntlet through a street of switches. So they remember, I do not have that many people that I could hang them for nothing, and not enough so some vagabond can kill them punishment-free. Captain sat upright in his saddle, raised his voice, talking not only to bailiff, but also to bully boys Blowful and his attendants, group of villagers which went out of their houses. Why would I punish my soldiers? Why? Because they left the camp self-willed? Because they wanted to fuck a wench? Our watchtower is the end of the world, like we are in an exile. It is already a punishment. There is no beer, there is no women. You can't blame them for giving it a go from time to time. Why the fuck? Rice Carleton raised his voice. Why do women wander around forests? Why this lad had to go there with his wench? Couldn't he leave her at home? You can't blame boy for wanting to. I do not approve it. I do not approve, but I understand. Mr. Aelvar, you ready? Ready, Captain, said the elf. So bring the witcher to us, Bulava. He killed my soldier, so he will be hanged. We need to show some terror. Do not cut him off, Mr. Bailiff. Let him hang for a week so others could see. Blowful moved forward. Looked like he wanted to say something, but didn't. Bully boys grabbed Geralt, but stood still, hesitantly, as it occurred rightfully. Suddenly it got really quiet, like there was a cold wind. Slowly a tar-black horse entered the yard, with a raider on top, white-haired, in black leather coat, stiff with studs. Over his right shoulder we could see hilts of two swords. Slowly, even with a graze, sable horse moved by bailiff and villagers, so he could stop in front of Captain Carleton. It was quiet for a while. Then the sable horse wrenched his head, and carp bits ringed. Mr. Bailiff Bulava, spoke white-haired ranger. Release the young witcher at once. Give back his horse, weapons, and possessions. Now. Yes, coughed bailiff. Yes, sir, Mr. Holt. At Mr. Captain Carlton, Ranger bowed slightly. Howdy. Mr. Witcher, Preston Holt. Rice Carleton touched his head. Howdy. Mr. Captain, Ranger raised his voice. Would you kindly take that elf and his lace? Rest of your deputies. Your service is no longer needed. Today's lynch is cancelled. Is it really? Captain sat straight in his saddle. He put his hand on the hilt of his sword. Are you so sure, Mr. Witcher? Yes, I am so sure. Goodbye, Mr. Bailiff. Is the boy free? Does he have his belongings? Oh, you fucker! Screamed one of Carleton's rangers, drawing his sword and moving his horse. I will... He did not finish. Ranger named Preston Holt raised his hand and made a short gesture. There was a big wind and swirl, and the villagers covered their ears. Ranger screamed and flew from the saddle like a dart. He fell roughly under hoofs of his companions' horses. Their horses startled, moved their heads, one even jibbed. Horse that lost the ranger ran away between the houses. Once again it was really quiet. Anybody? Preston Holt raised his gloved hand. Someone is eager to show off? Be a hero? No? I thought so. Good day to you, soldiers. Is young Witcher in his saddle? Now, answered Geralt. Off we go then. Follow me.